Joshua with Aerial VP here. Just wanted to do a quick review on the Inspire 1, also some carrying options with the Inspire 1, such as the case it comes with, also a larger case for carrying on airplanes, and also a backpack that works very well for carrying the Inspire. Let's say you want to hike up to a spot and you don't feel like carrying a case around, or a huge case, so that's a great option. I know this review is a bit late. The copter's been out for 6 months, and I know there's a lot of reviews out there, but I still want to do a review just to give the Inspire the justice it deserves. DJI really stepped up on the Inspire 1, and I just want to put that out there. A lot of my last reviews, very critical. The DJI S900, quite a few bad things to say about that, and still can say some bad things about that. The S900 I sent back, maybe I would say at least 2 times, if not more, to LA to have the horizon drifted issue worked out. Also, on the H3 3D gimbal, very critical of that. It's a great gimbal for the most part, but still a few disappointments. But as far as the Inspire 1 is concerned, I have to say this is a game changer. They really stepped up. I can't really find anything bad about the Inspire 1, and if it is, it's very minute. Just to go in a little bit about the experience I have with RC aircraft. I've been flying RC helicopters since 2006. Just to reference that the RC helicopters are by far the most technical aircraft to fly. The majority of my flights, in my experience with RC helicopters, is more acrobatic flight, inverted flight, things such as that. So I've seen DJI come from the start. I've been with them all the way, going back to the F550 frame. DJI definitely has had their issues, still has their issues. The big secret is, wait for DJI to come out with a few firmware updates before you purchase anything. But going back to the Inspire 1, in my opinion, it's an amazing copter. Flight performance is amazing. Video recording quality is right there with the GoPro. Not only that, but the stabilization and just the way the overall handling of the copter and the way it records and gets the images is amazing. Having two controllers, one for the pilot and also one for the cam op, that right there in this size is a game changer. Having that in this small of a size of a format right there is a game changer. You no longer have to put up a big copter such as an S900 or something like that. That's like the minimum, when you have a 2-pilot operation before this, for the most part. And that's one of the game changers about that, is you really can get those dynamic shots in a small form factor such as the Inspire 1. No one else is doing that right now. Again, going a little bit off track here, but even the Phantom 3, it's a great copter. In my opinion, if you're buying something else, you're kind of wasting your money. I do this every day. I fly every day. I fly with other people all the time. I know a lot of people who have the Inspire 3 or excuse me, the Phantom 3, and again, you can't go wrong with that copter. It's a great copter. I personally never have owned any of the Phantom series. I had the F550 before all of that. But in my opinion, if you're buying some other type of copter for filming, drone for filming, if you're not buying an Inspire 1 or a Phantom 3, in my opinion, you're wasting your money. Maybe you want something a little cheaper to get into it, that's fine. But I know a lot of them have all these qualities that sound very attractive, orbit, things like this. In my opinion, this is it. So we'll go into the review now. I've babbled enough and just show you some of the tips on transporting the copter and things such as that. Okay, so one of the very few issues I have is the new prop locks. You see there's very limited amount of plastic holding these together where the screws are. You see in a few videos that people easily break these in half. Now the other thing is I would have loved to see DJI make this a little bit more robust. Another thing I want to point out is the Inspire 1 is definitely a copter you do not want to crash. Once that happens, you're most likely going to be without your copter for 3 months. Replacement parts, things such as that, it's not happening. This piece right here, I know someone who put theirs down and this piece cracked. Now, there's no replacement part. He had to have that custom made. If he would have sent it back to LA to get it repaired, you're talking about at least 3 months. I know a few people who have sent their copter back and it has been 3 months before they've received their copter back from repairs. Just something to keep in mind here is always keeping this board clean and also always keeping these pins clean. You don't want a piece of grass or any other type of obstruction in between this connection when you connect it. What happens is that can affect the operation of the gimbal, also the operation of adjustments in the app. Whatever adjustments you make, exposure, that can affect it if you have some type of obstruction in between there, such as a piece of grass. Also, the other thing about this is I see a lot of people installing the gimbal, and what they're doing is they're fumbling around with it, they're adjusting it when it's inside here, and they're trying to make all these adjustments and do all this stuff in order to lock it in. You want to line this up. You want to avoid that as much as possible. If you lose one of these pins here, you're going to be sending your copter back to LA and you probably won't have it within a period of time of 3 months. So, just be very careful. Line these up. Try to get your gimbal up there in one shot and lock it down. You don't want to be moving it around once it's inside here. This is very delicate, so just keep that in mind. There's a huge list of great things about this copter. Going in from the app works excellent, and all the adjustments that you can make on the fly. Everything that was an issue before, DJI seems like they've rectified with the Inspire 1 and the Phantom 3. You have full control over your gimbal. You can reset your gimbal in the air. You can adjust the horizon with your gimbal in the air. All those are game changers, things that weren't done before and would mess up a whole shot, so to speak. Now, everything's adjustable. If you don't want something on, you can turn it off. It's just very well integrated. The overall integration with the app and the copter, it's flawless in my opinion. I have no complaints about it. It works great. Very good range with this copter. Some of the other products out there, they don't. I've seen them fly. I've seen a lot of other people who have different copters at the fields, and they just don't hold up as well as you think they should. That's including your video signal. The Inspire ones, they really hold their video signal. Same with the Phantoms, the Phantom 3 Professional. They really hold their video signal. So again, it handles the wind great. You don't have to worry when you're up there. As said before, the app is great. Everything's integrated very well. More importantly than all of that is just how stable the video quality is that comes off this copter. It's amazing. The video, and that's what everyone's looking for, is that dynamic cinematic video quality, and this delivers on that in this type of form factor. This is the case that the DJI Inspire ships with. Is most of you already know. This case is great for what it was designed for, shipping, and also getting it around place to place here and there. Is it the best quality case? No. Is it the most durable case? Absolutely not. Does it last long before things start to break on it? Not really. I've seen handles missing. The one I have here, the zipper's already gone, but it still functions and serves its purpose. Everything's very organized inside, and I think it's absolutely a great idea that they ship this case with the Inspire and keep it all very well protected during shipping also, and something you have to use to get to point A, point B if need be. Okay, so here we have the Pelican Storm case, IM2875. This is an older case that I had, and now use it for the Inspire 1. Just so you can get a look at this. Now everything, including battery packs, everything will fit in this case easily. This case is more for transporting on an airplane. It holds up very well. Also, this foam, I recommend the pick and pluck foam. This right here isn't the best example. As said, this was set up for a copter that I had before the Inspire, so the foam isn't really picked out for this copter. I'm in the process of ordering new foam so I can customize it for the Inspire 1, but just so you have an idea. Also, the foam here, you know, when, let's say you're transporting it on a plane, people don't really care so much about your property, they throw stuff around. But this foam here is very soft, you know, so if it does get thrown around a little bit, there's a lot of protection there. The case that it originally comes in, it also has foam, but that foam is very stiff. It's a very stiff foam, to where this foam is a little bit more forgiving when your equipment is in this case. So in my opinion, I would rather go with pick and pluck foam. I know they have specialty cut foam, but that foam is a more dense foam, and in my opinion is a little bit less forgiving than the pick and pluck foam, to where you can pretty much customize your case how you want. Here's another great option for carrying the Inspire 1. It's almost as if this backpack was made for it. DC Shoes also makes a backpack exactly like this. This is a knockoff brand. Anyway, you have your Inspire in a more protected case to a certain point. Then when you want to hike to a secluded location and you don't feel like carrying your case, this is a great option in order for hiking or getting into those certain locations to where you have to walk. Again, this backpack has a lot of great compartments in it. It's strapped, the Inspire 1, on the arms here and also here, as you can see. The backpack, you can fit everything that is needed for filming. Your two controllers, your camera gimbal, everything will fit in this pack easily. 4 packs, battery packs, and I'll just demonstrate again. Here we go. So the Inspire 1 is very secure and held in there. As you can see, it's a little bit more exposed, so I don't recommend this for everyday use, but it comes in handy for those hard to get locations. And you're walking, let's say you're walking up a mountain or trails or something like that in order to get that shot. It's perfect for that. As you can see, it has a lot of different compartments and plenty of room in order to get everything you need for your filming in this pack. Just wanted to mention also, whenever you are putting your remotes in this backpack and whatever else, make sure that they are in a case very well protected. Maybe a small Pelican case so that they are very secure and they're not banging into anything else, and they're very well protected. That's something you want to absolutely make sure of, is when you do put your remotes in the backpack, that they are very well protected before you even put those in the backpack. You don't want those banging around inside it when you're hiking. Okay, so I just want to end a review on some final thoughts here. You know, this in my opinion is the best copter on the market. The Inspire 1 is definitely a game changer. Not only in its size group, but overall. You know, it's very compact. Pretty much you can fit everything in this backpack you need to film. Not only that, but it's everything's integrated very well. Flight performance is amazing. Video quality is right there with the GoPro, and the overall quality is very decent. It's one of those products where it keeps surprising you. You find out, oh, this it does this too. Oh wow, it does that too. You know, the more you dig into it, the more you find a lot of wonderful surprises in the app. Things such as that. Not only that, but also the aspect of with each firmware they introduce something new. The latest firmware, they also gave us the HDR feature, which is great. And again, just want to end this review with one of the best copters on the market for sure, the Inspire 1. Wonderful copter, I love it. Safe flights, enjoy your Inspire 1s.